Okay, let's correct yesterday's homework. All right, first one, number one. We have an adding fractions with unlike denominators. That's pretty easy. We stack it, so we have 4 and 2/3 plus 2 and 1/5. Okay, stack it. Fraction bars far away. You guys should remember how to do this. Put in our common denominator of 15. Our 4x's to make equivalent fractions, we multiply by 3. Here we have to multiply by 5 to get 10. Mr. Manfield always freaks out, write it sideways. So we have 4 and 10/15 plus 2. Where am I getting the 2 from? Right here. 2 and 3/15 equals 6 and 13/15 cannot be reduced. Best and final answer, and we're already on number 2. Okay, so number 2 is write 67% as a decimal. Well, remember, percent is always out of 100, so as a fraction, this is 67 hundredths. And how do we write 67 hundredths as a decimal? If you remember, the place value I've only asked you to memorize is the 1/10. What's after the 1/10? The 100th. So how do you write that? 67, or 0.67. Come on, these math problems are pretty easy. We're already on number 3. Okay, I got a little bit of sniffles, sorry. Number 3, pretty basic, magic 0. I keep giving you magic 0 because it's good practice for your multiplication tables, which we don't want to forget, and the process that you're going to use a lot in middle school, okay? So we have 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 6 is 54. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. Make sure that's right. 54 plus 5, 54 plus, 61, sorry, blanked out there. My brain's a little slow here. 9 times 4 is 36, 36 plus 6, 36 plus 6 is 42. Let's switch colors, kill, cross, magic, kill, cross, magic 0. 7 times 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 56, carry it way up. 6 times 7 tied their shoe. When they got up there, 42, plus 5 is 42, plus 5 is 47. My brain definitely isn't as sharp as I'm not doing this every day. 42 plus 5, 7 times 4 is 28, plus 4 is 32. Let's add it up. We get 2, 7, 9, 6, 3. I hope you're doing this on your proof paper and not just looking it up on a calculator. Got to make sure you can do the math, okay? 36,972. We are on number 4. Number 4, borrowing. Okay, so we have 5.5. You're going to need this on for Thursday's meeting. Minus 2 and 4/5. So I'm going to remind you, you guys will remember, same thing, fraction bars, common denominator is 10. 4x's, it looks just like number 1 so far, really similar. Multiply by 2 and get 8. Okay, this is where it's going to get weird though. Now we're subtracting here, not adding. So if we're going to subtract, we cannot take 8 from 5. It does not equal 3. You only have 5 things, you can't take 8 away. So you need to borrow. How do you borrow? Cross out the 5 and make it a 4. So we just took 1 whole, and what is 1 whole? Well, remember, our common denominator is now tenths. So your whole is 10 tenths. So we took 1 from here, changed it into a fraction, 10 tenths. So now we have enough. So what do we have when we write it sideways? 4 and 15 tenths now, because now we have enough. Take away 2 and 8 tenths equals 2 and 7 tenths. All right, and my last one. Switch colors again. We'll go to blue. Number 5 was a word problem. Yes, Brady. Brady's got a lot of cash, man. He wants to buy an Evolve board for $1,699, but he wants to know what's 30% of that. Of, remember, means times, so we're going to multiply, and we don't put 30% as 30%. We put it as a fraction, 30. Okay, this is magic 0 really quick. We get 0, 0, 0, 0, magic 0. 3 times 9 is 27. 27 again, plus 2 is 29. Oh, my brain's warming up. 3 times 6 is 18, 19, 20. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. We add. We get 0, 7, 9, 0, 5. But we know the answer is not. Brady's not going to save $50,000. Why? Because when you multiply by a decimal, you need to identify 2. Remember, there's no decimal here. 2. Replace, boom, and reread. What is it now? $509.70 is how much he'll save. That's not how much he has to pay, but that's how much he'll save, okay? That's all for the correction of the homework. Thank you for taking the time to watch it, 5th graders. A couple more weeks.